Into match number 5, we go now over in the Nations League with quarterfinal spots still up for bloody grabs. Who, of course, will take their advantage this time around. We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about match day number 5, that's right, over in the Nations League. This is part 1 of a 3-part series. We'll take a look at all of those games when we come around, but today it's all about the teams, of course, coming at you on the 14th of November. We'll get into that, of course, in a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Nations League, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We've got it all here under one Ruski. Italy, of course, currently in the driving seat over in League A Group 2. And of course, they are already, I would say, already through to the quarterfinals. But France has still got a little bit of work to do to secure their bloody deal. We'll take a look at it in a second. Of course, if you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Nations League, all the business right here under one roof. And of course, big shout out to the Patreons and a big shout out to their members. So let's get cracking with the next round of games. But before that, recap what went on last time around. Alrighty then, folks, here we go. Recapping the last results for the majority of these countries here. Of course, it is a bit of all over the place right now. But France with a big 2-1 win over Belgium. Last time around, I went with a draw. Italy put 4 past Israel. I went with a 3-0 win. Hungary put 2-0 past Bosnia-Herzegovina in a 2-0 win. The Germans, they picked up a 1-0 win over the Netherlands. I went with a 4-2 win there. Albania caused a bit of a surprise against Georgia. 1-0 win on the road. Ukraine with a 1-1 draw against Czech Republic. One with a home win. Turkey with a 4-2 away win against Iceland, which was a bit of a surprise. The Welsh under Craig Bellamy look quite good, don't they? 1-0 winners for them over Montenegro. Azerbaijan losing to Slovakia, 3-1 win. And Sweden beating Estonia on the bloody road. So that's, of course, the round of games here. But, of course, this is the tables as of right now. As you see it, we're going to go through them all. Well, we'll kind of gloss over them, really, because I'm going to repeat myself 3 times over the next few days. Anyway, Portugal are through, I think, to the quarterfinals, but Croatia could join them if they secure the deal pretty soon. Italy, again, are there. I think France just about there, but still going to navigate maybe a hurdle or two. The Germans are qualified. Down, team. Couldn't be caught. Spain, I think, are also there. Could not be caught as well. So we have at least 2, maybe 3 names. Or maybe even 4 names in the quarterfinals already. We just need to see who else will join them. Meanwhile, of course, as the race for promotion is, of course, hot to bloody trot right here. The Chechens are in driving seat in League B Group 1, but it's not done and dusted. And just the thought of Georgia could actually be in League A if they were to get a couple of wins under the belt. Meanwhile, League B Group 2, England have got work to do if they're going to get qualified back to League A. They've got to beat the Greeks, I think, next time around. Meanwhile, League B Group 3 sees Norway and Austria and Slovenia 3-way tie. Turkey dominate Group 4 with Welsh still yet to taste defeat. League C Group 1, the Swedes near perfect as of Slovakia, but of course they'll probably lock horns before the completion of this phase. Romania, perfect record in League C Group 2. League C Group 3 sees Northern Ireland top the charts ahead of Belarus and Bulgaria. League C Group 4 sees North Macedonia are yet to taste defeat in their respective group. And then finally down to League D, Group 1, Gibraltar could get promoted. Would you, Adam and Eve? And Moldova and Malta neck and neck in League T Group 2. Alrighty then, folks, here we go with the next round of games, which is, of course, match day number 5, part 1. I'm going to start with the top of the shop there, which, of course, is a trip to Belgium. That's right. Where are we going? We are going to the Stade Roy Bourdoon over in Brussels as Belgium take on Italy over in League A Group 2. Belgium all the way down to 3rd right now, which is 4 points in the campaign. Up against the Italians, who are top of the pops with 10 points thus far. They've played 11 times since 1954, just 2 wins for Belgium under Dominic Tedesco, up against Italy under Luciano Spalletti, who have won 6 of the 11 matches since 1954. Belgium, though, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6. Italy, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They're on 67% form for them. They did play each other back in October. It was a 2-2 draw in Italy, with Belgium last victory against Italy way back in November 2015. The Belgians on the back of a 2-1 loss to La France, of course. Just the 1 win thus far in the competition, that was against Israel. If they were to win this game, they would put themselves up to 7 points and maybe, just maybe, have a shot, because it looks like Italy will take on France in the last game. Meanwhile, the Italians on the back of that 4-1 win over Israel Have been pretty good so far, with only dropping points against the Belgians last time around. Got no odds for this one. Tricky one to call, though, over in Belgium. It might be a draw here, guys, but it might be a draw, but I am backing the Italians with the 1-0 win because they just got enough. They just got their heads above water right now. And I think Belgium have got it all to do if they're actually going to cause a surprise. So I think they'll get found out in the end. 1-0 winners, Italy on the road. Meanwhile, let's head over to La France. La France, as they entertain Israel, also in League A Group 2 at the Stade de France over in Saint-Denis. That's right. France coming out just second in the table with 9 points to the name. That's 3 wins on the bounce for them. Up against Israel, who, of course, 0 points to the campaign. 17% form for them over the last 6. They've played France 7 times since 1995 and yet to win. France picking up 4 wins. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. The last time they played, it was in Israel with the hosts. It was back in October, of course. 4-1 winners it was for La France, who coming into this on the back of that 2-1 win over Belgium. That's right, with Israel losing to Italy. Israel, though, have scored in each and every one of the games thus far, something that could be said for, Belgium haven't done that feat, so maybe they can cause some problems in this game around, but I don't anticipate it. I do think the French will have too much quality, especially at home to soil. I'm going to go with another big 4-1 win for the French to probably seal the deal to make themselves go through to the quarterfinals. Next up, we head over to Greece. We're heading to the Olympic Athletics Centre of Athens. Spiros Louis as Greece under Ivan Jovicic up against England and still Lee Carsley. Thomas Tuchel will take over, I believe, in January, but Lee Carsley will complete his set of games here. Greek, of course, 5 wins on the bounce for them. They top the pops with 12 points so far. Up against the English, who are sitting in second with 9 points thus far. They played 6 times since 1971 with one and only win for Greek, which was the last time they played at Wembley. We'll talk about that in a minute. Meanwhile, the English are picking up 4 wins, and there's been 1 draw between the two sides. Like I said, they did play at Wembley back in October. 2-1 winners it was for Greek. Will Lightning strike twice, of course. Prior to that, England were unbeaten against them over the last 5. Hadn't even conceded a goal against the Greeks. But Greece look good right now. They've won each and every one of the games, conceded just 1 goal, and that was against England in England. As for England, they did respond with a 3-1 win over the Finns last time around. So imperative if they were to win this, it might come down to goals scored, goal difference, and currently looking at it, it is quite tight still because England, have conceded 3 goals compared to the Greeks 1. So it's massive. A win doesn't really disarm Greek. I think they could still be in charge, especially with Greece taking on Finland next and England taking on an Irish. So yeah, Lee Carsley at the helm, still taking place over in the Greek stadium here. I'm going to go with a draw. That's right, 2-2 in the end. I think England will go for this one, go for broke. There's no harm in it because Lee Carsley knows what's going to happen at the end of it. He will be not redundant, but definitely relieved of his duties. A bit of a 2-2 in the end. Greece will be happy with that. Head over to Dublin now as Republic of Ireland take on Finland, also in the same group. That's Group B. That's Group 2 in League B. Ireland under Helmer Helgason, just 1 win in the last 5 matches against the Finns. Also winless out the first 4 games here. They're on 8% form over the last 6 matches. They played 3 times since 2020. 1 win for Ireland, 2 for Finland. There's been 0 draws. The last time they played was in Finland. It was a 2-1 win for Ireland back in October 2024. The Finns on the back of that 3-1 loss against England. Of course, Ireland losing also to Greece last time around. Of course, by that 2-1 win over the Finns, the Irish had failed to score thus far or previously in this UEFA Nations League phase here. So can they bounce back with a trip back to their own stadium under the new ownership or new managerialship? I think this is Helmer Helgrimsson's first home match in charge here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they will win it. I think that Ireland will get a 2-1 win. Again, I don't think they've got any hopes of catching England in regards to second spot, but avoiding that relegation spot is massive for Ireland at the moment. Head over to Kazakhstan now as they take on Austria over in League B. That's Group 3. Kazakhstan find themselves 4th with just 1 point to the name thus far against the Austrians, who are sitting 2nd with 7 points to the name. They have played 5 times since 2010. Nothing for Kazakhstan, 3 for Austria. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. It's actually been back-to-back 4-0 wins for Austria over Kazakhstan, both last time around back in October and previously back in October 2012. In fact, they haven't conceded a goal against Kazakhstan over the last 6. And they're coming into this, though, on the back of a win. A big win. In fact, they've scored 9 goals in the last 2 games combined, the Austrians. Kazakhstan, though, haven't even scored a goal in this competition at all. They did pick up a cheeky point against Norway, a 0-0 on matchday number 1. But Stanislav Cheshichev Got a lot of work to do to save himself from getting them relegated this time around. It's in Kazakhstan. Have I gone for a supper? No, I've gone easy peasy. 2-0 winners. Austria continuing their dominance and maybe even taking over #1 spot. Meanwhile, over in Slovenia, more of a close encounter we have. It's Slovenia, who are in third with 7 points, up against Norway, who are top of the bloody pops right now, also on 7 points. They played 12 times since 1998. 2 wins for Slovenia, 7 wins for Norway. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. Slovenia, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Norway on 58% form, just 1 defeat in the last 4. They last played in Norway back in October. It was a comfortable 3-0 win for Norway. The last time they played, though, in Slovenia, it was a 2-1 win. Slovenia unbeaten against Norway in the last 3 at this very in Slovenia. And of course, coming into something like that 1-0 win over Kazakhstan. Norway got stuffed by 5-1 by Austria most recently, so they need to bounce back and fast. Win to stay in, basically. Who takes on Austria next? I think it's actually Slovenia. So, big opportunity here. Slovenia need to win, I think, to keep themselves in the mixer. I don't think it's happening, though. I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the Norwegians to put themselves in command, with Kazakhstan waiting in their wings. Into the final 2 we go now. First and foremost, heading over to Armenia as they take on Faroe Islands in League C Group 4 as the Vazgun Sargason Republican Stadium. That's right, Armenia, second in the table, 4 points to the name, up against Faroes, who sit fourth with 3 points to the name and have played each other just the one time in recent times, and that was a 2-2 draw in the Faroes. Speaking of the Faroes, they're on back-to-back draws, including a 1-1 draw last time around, and prior to that, it was the reverse fixture back in October. Armenia, though, did lose to North Macedonia most recently, and have also, what they're looking at, they have picked up 1 win. That was against Latvia on match day #1. So it's been a while since they picked up a win, and that's something that the Faroes have yet to do. But they have got 3 draws out of the last 4, so they are pretty even Stevens. They even drew against North Macedonia. However, the only time the Faroes picked up a point was when they were playing at home. They've yet to pick up a point on the road. And do I think they'll get a point this time around? I don't think so. Oh, no, I do. I bloody fooled you. That's my acting skills, guys. It's my acting skills. It's a 1-1 draw. I don't know why I've gone with a 1 draw. It probably does look like a 2-1 win in my eyes to Armenia. But I'll stick to my early door gut. And that was a draw over in Armenia. And then finally, folks, we head over to North Macedonia as they host Latvia, also League C Group 4. North Macedonia currently finds themselves top of the pops, 10 points out of a possible 12, up against Latvia, who are third with 4 points out of a possible 12. They played 4 times in 2014, 4 wins in North Macedonia, nothing for Latvia. There's been 0 draws. They did play each other back in October, 3-0 winners it was for North Macedonia, who got back-to-back clean sheets against Latvia. In fact, they've scored, 10 goals against them in the last 4 matches. North Macedonia have got 3 clean sheets on the bounce. Latvia on the back of a point, though, against Faroes on the bloody road. In fact, they were unbeaten when they're on the road because they've... That's a lie. That's a lie. They did lose the first game on the road. Anyway, of course, no odds right here right now for any one of these games. I think North Macedonia complete it, though, with a 2-1 win against Latvia to get 15 points. No, it'll be 13 points over possible 15 in their group. That completes my picks here, guys and girls, for, of course, match day #5, part 1. Don't forget to get your own picks in as well. We look forward to seeing those. And, of course, don't forget to check out the rest of the videos for the rest of the games in match day #5. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. Until then, we're done.